What's up, everybody? Nick Shackelford here with a couple new tips and tricks for Facebook Ads 2021. Now, I don't want this to be super clickbaity or a little bit of a bait and switch on you, but a lot of the stuff still involves Facebook, but there's just a couple more things we need to add on to it to get it a little bit more profitable and add in a couple of new tactics to find some success. Because trust me, we're feeling it, you're feeling it, we're all feeling it. First, I want to go in here real quick and I want to anchor in what it is that we're doing is working, and we have a lot of money to prove it. Check this out. This is what we've spent this month across all the brands that we do manage. And refresh this for everybody to see it. It's this month, August 1st to August 12th, 2021. Overall, we can see some metrics of this month compared to last month. So what we've seen overall spend just about $1 million compared to the last month, which was 1.4 million total in that area. Now, if we look at overall last month, let's just see what the change is going to look like. July, about 2.8, April, 4.4, gradually going down, and we have to find a way around this, okay? So we're in this, we see this, collectively, we're trying to find ways around increasing ROAS, increasing spend, increasing profitability. It's tough out there, right? There's no instant bullets, there's no hacks, so I apologize if you're looking here, trying to find a couple hacks. You're not gonna find it. I'm not trying to teach you something that won't work for everybody. This is what we're currently testing. These are things that are ongoing, and this is just real. This is just real stuff right now. So if I go back into this month, I'll show you some things that we're trying to combat and why we're doing what we're doing. So again, first 12 days of the month, about $1 million spend. Some things stand out to me, right? We're about down $500,000 in spend overall. Our cost per purchase, which is absolutely well, is already up 17%. Okay, so the average cost of purchase across our portfolio of brands is sitting here around $54, up from last month, which is about $46. So right there is already an issue. If you're selling a product that's $15, $20, $30, $40, I'm not saying it's impossible, just more difficult, right? More difficult to get that through, a little bit harder to find the return on that. Overall purchases, down again, but still overall, like it's decent pace, right? Still at the beginning of the month, we can still ramp up towards the end of it, but again, negative. Reach, nothing too important to go there. This one stands out a lot to me is the overall purchase conversion value. Now, the big thing with iOS 14, 14.5 is the fact that you're losing the tracking visibility of those users that are not reporting because they don't want to be tracked, which means the feedback loop of actual revenue or purchases coming is oftentimes underreported. That's the issue. That's the problem we're trying to solve because we're not getting the optimization or the data fed back to Facebook that they can actually use. It might be being fed back. It might be doing uploading offline events. It might be doing a handful of things to get that data back. Facebook can't use it. It's against the terms. So I wanted to share this. I wanted to anchor in so that we are definitely feeling it as well. The spend is still there, but people aren't stopping, right? You can't stop. We're business owners. You have to find different ways of finding success. First, I'm gonna jump into one of our ad accounts. And this is all based around just better positioning and trying to get some new spend and new data points and more selling across the board. And this comes in the form of what we call farticles or fake articles. Yes, I don't know if I made that up, but it sounds hilarious and it makes absolute sense. So basically an article that was written in a way to convince the consumer that this product is a lot more important or a lot more valuable to them. So if you were to see an ad like this, and this is just going live, my sister called me crazy for spending $50 on a pair of pajamas until she babysat. So it's pretty straightforward. We're going for a little bit more clickbait. This is something that I never thought I'd have to do to sell pajamas specifically for babies. Why are we doing this? Because we're not getting the engagement that we want. We're not breaking through like we thought we were in the past. And we're doing what we needed to do beforehand, which is be a little bit more salesy, right? Be a little bit more like intriguing to the consumer. You can't just put a product up there that's not working. And now we're just trying to earn that click. We're not trying to sell. You can see there's no value proposition here. There's no major hook. I would say the hook is that question, right? But where do they go from here? This is the part that everybody needs to see. Everybody needs to understand how we're trying this out. Goes here. I dressed my baby in nothing but footy pajamas for a week. Here's what happened. This is the farticle, and you can see it's already denoted here, and we're just selling. This is good old copywriting. This is good old advertising, but it's for the pajamas. They don't understand reading the story. I'm using every muscle in my face to stay awake. telling it and feeding them that like, hey, it's 2 a.m. My 8-week old is feeding and I can't fall asleep. So they know they're feeling this with us, and they're actually having to sell them a little bit harder here. Beautiful pictures of the product, of course, kind of nurturing them as they go down, a little bit of a link where they found it. Now we start talking about the brand. Because you noticed before, we weren't talking about the brand right here, right? Look at the page, look what we noticed the page is coming from. Modern products, okay? It could have said baby products, it could have said best baby products, it could have said anything, but it isn't talking about the brand. So it's not the brand talking about themselves, it's a third-party source talking about that brand. A little bit of a different thing, a little bit of a unique twist onto things. Now, when we get here, as I start scrolling, still being sold, it's just one approach to things, right? Something that's different, that generally they're not seeing an ad and then they go into the store and they experience it. They're being sold all the way through. Then they shop, guess what they get to? The landing page of the product to continue to buy. So now we're getting information on like the click-through. Now we're getting information on the vanity metrics that they have on Facebook or Instagram. And then the second step is now we're getting information on how much they're scrolling and watching on that initial page. And we use Unbounce. It's easy, it's quick to build, pretty straightforward too. Then they're able to shop and buy from here. I'll show you these two different ads because you're going to the same page. Your grandma has a bulky wallet because it was in the last wallet he bought in his 20s or 30s, telling a story, trying to get them to come into it. Before, we can talk about the offer, they make a click and they make that purchase. Forbes, Mashable Business Insider, 10,000 5-star reviews would agree with us. Try it risk-free. Very thought-provoking. What's happening here? You can see, but where do they go from here? What is the experience that they land on? This, the pit in your stomach you get when you misplace your wallet, never feel that again. Story, being sold all the way through, coming down. Then they watch a video, what are we talking about? Then they get to see the product. So we're not even talking about selling, we're not doing anything on the ads, we're doing all the selling on the pages itself. It's a major tactic that we're finding that's keeping our percentage of spend up, that's keeping the revenue coming in, and getting us through this time, right? This is what it's all about, is finding various solutions to get us through. I'll show you one more. This one's pretty unique and something that I don't see anybody talking about. So this is our lead gen to e-com offer. What I mean by this is we are generally running an ad and we're trying to build up this list because we want to get more information of this list. And I recommend if you have a highly converting ad that you know is one of your best ones, the offer is solid, use that as a first image or first creative that you want to use before we start going to other creatives, just to drive specifically towards this type of thing, which we're doing is lead first e-commerce marketing. There's no offer here. Can't do anything. The only way they can do is click through. This is where the page was going to drop them out. Biggest sale of the year. Now this could have said get early access. This could have said limited edition. This could have said anything that you wanted, but the only way you're going to get into it is if you input and give your information here. So very enticing offer at the front end, a capture or a lead gate right in the middle, and on the back end of it, they're emailed or they're texted a specific offer they wouldn't be able to get without inputting their offer or inputting their important information here. It's new stuff like this that's going to get different people coming in and out. I'd love to know what other new stuff that you guys are trying on your end. Because right now, anything that you get to work might not work for forever, but doesn't mean it doesn't work at all. We'll catch you guys later. Peace.
Hey guys, hope you're loving our videos and that you're getting heaps of value from them. If you are, make sure to hit the like button and make sure to subscribe to join the Founder Fam. If you did enjoy this video and want to continue to master your skills, make sure you click here to access your free training now, where we'll go into way more depth with this founder.